Hello friends, today we will talk about anatomy and function of human ear. The anatomy of human ear is divided into three parts: external ear, middle ear, and inner ear. First, we will talk about external ear. External ear is composed up of auricle, pinna, and external auditory meatus. First, we will talk about the auricle. Auricle is the external-most part of the human ear. Auricle is composed of thin plate of elastic cartilage covered by layer of skin. The funnel-like curves of auricle collect sound wave and direct them to middle ear. The deepest depression called concha, which is partly covered by two small projection, tragus in front and antitragus behind. Second, we will talk about external auditory meatus. External auditory meatus is slightly curved canal of about 2.5 cm length extending from floor of concha to tympanic membrane, eardrum. The meatus is lined with skin continuous with auricle. It contains two glands, sebaceous gland and ceruminous gland. Ceruminous gland are modified sweat gland that secrete cerumen, wax. The last external part of human ear is tympanic membrane. It is oval bluish-gray membranous structure located on medial part of auditory meatus. It separates external and middle ear. It is a stretchable organ capable of vibrating. It receives sound wave and amplify into appropriate magnitude. Let's talk about the middle ear. Middle ear is small chamber between tympanic membrane and inner ear. It consists of tympanic cavity and contains ossicles. First, we will talk about tympanic cavity. Tympanic cavity is a narrow irregular air-filled space in temporal bone. It is separated from external ear by tympanic membrane and medially from inner ear by bony wall. It has two opening, oval window and round window. In the anterior wall of tympanic cavity is an auditory tube, commonly called as Eustachian tube. Second, we will talk about Eustachian tube. Eustachian tube leads downward from tympanic cavity to nasopharynx. It is about 4 cm long. The mucous membrane lining the nasopharynx is also continuous with membrane of tympanic cavity through Eustachian tube. As a result of which infection from nose or throat may spread to middle ear causing otitis media. The main purpose of Eustachian tube is to maintain equal air pressure on both sides of tympanic membrane by permitting air to pass from nasal cavity to middle ear. The last part of human ear is ear ossicles. The three ear ossicles, malleus, incus and stapes, form a chain of lever extending from tympanic membrane to inner ear. The ear ossicles transmit sound wave from eardrum to inner ear. Ear ossicles communicate the eardrum with internal ear through fenestra ovalis, oval window. The ear ossicles are malleus. It is hammer-shaped bone whose handle is in contact with tympanic membrane and a head for movable joint with incus. Incus, it is middle and veal-shaped bone. Stapes, it is medial stirrup-shaped bone. It head articulate with incus and footplate fits into oval window. Stapes is the smallest bone in human body. Now, we will discuss about the inner ear. The inner ear is also called as labyrinth because of its intricate structure of interconnecting chamber and passage. First we will talk about cochlea. It is spiral-shaped resembling snail's shell, wounded 2 3/4 times. It is the main hearing organ. It is connected with cerebrum by vestibulocochlear nerve. Cochlea is divided into 3 spiral fluid-filled chamber. 1. Scala vestibuli. 2. Scala tympani. 3. Scala media or cochlear duct. Second, we will talk about semicircular canal. It is associated with equilibrium or balancing not for hearing. There are 3 semicircular canals arises from utriculus, anterior, posterior and lateral canals. The anterior and posterior canals opens at one end to form common duct called crus commune. One end of each semicircular canal is swollen to form ampulla. The third part of inner ear is cochlear nerve. The cochlear nerve, also known as the acoustic nerve, is the sensory nerve that transfers auditory information from the cochlea, auditory area of the inner ear, to the brain. The function of the cochlear nerve begins when sound vibrations hit the eardrum, tympanic membrane. By hitting the eardrum, those vibrations are converted into electrical signals that the cochlear nerve carries to the brain. The last part of inner ear is vestibulocochlear nerve. It is a paired set of nerves, one from each ear, and the nerve is located in the internal auditory canal, a part of the skull's temporal bone. The vestibulocochlear nerve is responsible for both hearing and balance and brings information from the inner ear to the brain. A human's sense of equilibrium is determined by this nerve. Two special organs help the nerve function properly, the cochlea and the vestibular apparatus. The cochlea transforms sound waves into electrical signals that the brain can interpret. The vestibular apparatus senses changes in the position of the head in relation to gravity. For more videos, please like, comment and share.